Hello and welcome to NYCryptoTalk. Today's ICO review is going to be on PDATA token, also known as Operia. Operia is an existing platform currently used by Fortune 500 companies in the automotive industry as the main focus, and a lot of these companies are using it as a data acquisition platform. So what PDATA is looking to bring that information over to the blockchain. So they want to be able to do what other platforms are currently not able to do and become a data brokerage on the blockchain. So I am going to break down a couple of bits and pieces I have found over the internet, some great information about the platform, the existing partnerships that they have, a couple of news articles that were written about them, as well as some YouTube videos. So the current ICO is actually going on right now with a hard cap of $30 million. I'll go into a little bit more of the statistics as well as the security audit that was done on the PDATA platform, a 6-week audit that was done to give some more background into how PDATA will actually be able to benefit you as a consumer. So as they say, personal data belongs to you. If you guys are not familiar about the Cambridge Analytica data scandal that happened only a handful of months ago, back in March of 2018, Facebook had worked with Cambridge Analytica and they've been collecting this information since 2014, and a lot of this information was not publicized to the people whose information was actually being reported on. So a lot of individuals were unaware of their personal information being shared. So how does that impact companies like PDATA? Well, PDATA is actually going to be standing alongside the GDPR regulations for the EU, and they do have a very big policy, because this is on the blockchain, that you own the data. So your personal data belongs to you. Why share it on social media for free when you can sell it to companies and earn money? So there's some really cool information out there on how much your personal data is worth. This was actually written up by the PDATA team on their Medium page, which I thought was really interesting. They talk about how different types of individuals and different types of jobs can earn a certain amount of money by selling their data to different countries, and depending on what their home life is, they'll be able to earn X amount of money. So unmarried mother with 3 kids versus an unmarried doctor, or a married plumber with 2 kids, or a married developer with 5 kids. So there's a lot of data analytics that comes into place, and what information is more needed than others. So it goes down to be that, depending on who it might be, some users can expect to earn up to $5,000 per year using the Operia PDATA platform, and that's approximately 625 beers, the good stuff they say, and 325 pizzas. Or you can have up to $30,000 saved for your retirement in just a few years. So they're just basically trying to let you know that your personal data is worth money, and by using platforms, social media platforms like Facebook, you're giving away your data for free. The Operia app can actually be downloaded, and they are currently working with major corporations. You can check out their Operia website, and you can find out more information on how the current platform works. And this is their existing platform for Operia. And their current clients include the likes of Audi, Procter & Gamble, Mercedes-Benz, General Motors, Nissan, Volkswagen, Intel, BMW, Freightliner, and many others. So you're able to actually sell your data to these companies right now. There was a very recent interview with NASDAQ for the Operia team. Definitely check that out. It is on their YouTube page discussing the platform and the cryptocurrency with the NASDAQ team. It does seem that they actually had a positive attitude towards what the platform is looking to change as far as the solution is concerned. So they're considering personal data the new oil of the 21st century. Right now, it is a $250 billion a year revenue for consumer data. So that is a massive, massive industry to be in right now. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of competition out there, but when it comes to cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, and the data out there, there's only about 2 companies that might be considered competitors. That is Datum and Data Wallet, and I'll kind of go through that a little bit when I go to the actual audit that was done. So right now it is a very large market, and with blockchain there is a lot more transparency with it, so having that information on the blockchain is a big push. I know I've talked about some data marketplaces before, and I'm a big fan of it because I think big data is definitely something that's going to happen in the next couple of years. It's going to be one of the biggest booming industries along with AI. So I do believe in these type of platforms where taking information into users' hands and allowing them to sell the data as needed, as opposed to it just blindly going out there. As I mentioned, Operia is already a working product. It has real customers helping out Fortune 500 companies, and it provides them a direct line to their customers to understand their requirements and to design better products and services respectively. So, working product, existing companies, real revenue. If you heard any of my reviews in the past, I am a very, very big fan of projects that are working off an existing platform, have real revenue, have a working model, and they're not just blindly going into things. I do have a lot of belief in projects when they have a great vision, but having working tech, working products is definitely a big plus in my book, and PDATA has that with Operia. As I mentioned, you can download the Operia app on both the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. So these are some examples that they show you for the value of your data. Product feedback, $50. Browsing and online shopping, $50 to $100. Eye tracking and emotions, $50, and fitness data, $160. The two co-founders of the team, Christian Lang and Marlene Gagish, are both previous employees of Ergoneers GmbH, and they have worked with each other for many years and have an outstanding team that are working with them as far as data is concerned. Their previous company did get 2 patents, and Christian Lang has those 2 patents for eye tracking and head movement position. So they do have some interesting ways of being able to get some other data as far as metrics are concerned, other than just through traditional means. So they do have a pretty good team of individuals, from architects to developers to the testing and the UI team and the app development. A lot of these people are transitioning over or working side by side with the Operia team, and they do have a good group of advisors, individuals from the European Parliament, so this has to do with the GDPR regulations. So they do have people backing them from the European Parliament. They have people from Audi, Strategic Coin, who actually did their audit, and they do have many other individuals who are advisors to the platform. Looking at their website, they do have a growth map. Basically, it's not a traditional roadmap as I would be concerned. They do just talk about their growth of consumers, customers, and sales partners over the next couple of years. I would have liked to seen a little bit more of a strategic information here when it comes to the roadmap is concerned. And then some FAQs, which I think are very helpful if you guys want to check these out. Some great pieces of information. Of course, people are always worried about unsold tokens being burned. Yes, they will be. When will the tokens be available to people? They will be unlocked 30 days after the token generation event. And once the PDATA token is integrated into Operia, with all the future transactions happen only in PDATA tokens. Yes, on the platform, all transactions are made in PDATA tokens. No more fiat currency. Anyway, consumers can decide to cash out in PDATA tokens earned by selling their personal data to companies into fiat currency. So, all the existing platform clients that they have, from Audi, Procter & Gamble, Mercedes-Benz, GM, Volkswagen, and more, all those individuals will be basically utilizing PDATA tokens. So there's going to be a high use case for this platform, and there's going to be a good amount of liquidity on the platform. Another great thing to ask is, will they be chain agnostic or strictly Ethereum? Right now they plan to start on Ethereum, but they will be able to migrate to a different blockchain in the future as necessary. And then they talk about the GDPR compliance, which I'm not going to do too much information on, and how does it differ between Operia and PDATA. Operia is our existing product, so Operia is basically going to be the platform, and PDATA is actually going to be the utility token within the platform. So Operia will still be the name Operia, but PDATA will basically be the utility of the token. As I mentioned before, they were on NASDAQ. You guys can check out, there's a good summary of what happened during the actual interview on their Medium page. A great piece of information which I have not seen previously on a lot of projects is the audit report. So there was a 6-week audit from Strategic Coin that actually broke down everything from Background checks on the whole team, interviews with the advisors, with customers, review of the white paper and the token economics, analysis of the market and competitors, and the future strategy. So there's a lot of information in this. It is a 22-page document. I will not be going through the whole thing. I will link it in the description below because I think this is a fantastic piece of advice, and I kind of wish I had more of these, and I am going to start looking at Strategic Coin to see their reviews moving forward before I start jumping into projects, because I thought this was a great breakdown, and most of the things that you see in this document are actually very positive about the platform. So it talked about the token supply, the token issuance, the issued to the public, the pre-sale date, the public sale date, and then it goes into more information. Some of the highlights when it comes down to things is the comparison between the Cambridge Analytica issues that were faced with Facebook versus PDATA token, where your identity is not known, your friend's data is unavailable, your data cannot be distributed without your consent. All this is maintained within the PDATA system, and then Facebook, none of that information is restricted and can be sent to third parties. They talk about the token case use. They also talk about the percentage of funds. They talk about the comparable tokens. As I mentioned before, there's Data Wallet, there's Datum, there's going to be Pixio Chain, there's Streamer. So they talk about when they were actually released, the amount raised, the market value, the circulating supply. So it gives you a good idea of the competition, where you can see the market being in the next couple of years, how long it's been, kind of the pros and cons of each of the coins. So I thought this was a great breakdown from the Strategic Coin team. And this is the competitive landscape. Basically, these are those different competitors as well, mainstream competitors versus blockchain competitors, and it tells you where Operia stands, where some of these Pixio Chain, Datum, Data Wallet, Facebook, Basic Attention Token, and so forth stand, and how their data collected directly from the consumer, from watching advertisements, or from social media and other applications. So really interesting to be able to see this graphical representation of the competition and how PDATA is basically going to be falling into the likes of what Google and Facebook is, except for it's going to be transparent. This talks about the market saturation over the next couple of years and how the market saturation would look over time because of the amount of brands out there, how many surveys they've had, and how the data would look in the next couple of years, because of over time the growth of data is only going to increase, and it could potentially be $2.6 billion worth of transactions flowing over the network annually by 2032, they say. Then they go into probability of survival over the next couple of years and how many years it might be until they are not sustainable. So there's a lot of information here, a lot of metrics. I didn't go too much details into this portion of the document, but I thought everything else was fantastic. Obviously, do your own research. Check this document out. I will link it below. Restart Energy partnership with Operia. I thought this was interesting because I'm a big fan of Restart Energy as a power company, providing information on the blockchain. So there's some great information in this article. Also, I will link this below. So they have a 15 things you didn't know about Operia. I will just quickly run through these because I thought they were interesting. Fortune 500 companies that I mentioned before. It is an existing company with existing revenue, as I mentioned. They passed the due diligence audit with flying colors. So this is the Strategic Coin document I just went over. They don't have any direct competition as of right now per the Vista report, but they will eventually have it, and you know what? Competition is good, so that's fine. Operia is the platform, PDATA is the token. Operia's global expansion is already underway. They are currently in 4 countries and over 50 customers, but they are looking to build that up, and they just launched a platform in Southeast Asia during the Asia Pacific SOMAR conference in Thailand. And they also hosted the world premiere of the PDATA reward, where actual individuals gave information and were rewarded with PDATA tokens during the actual event. So kind of cool that they actually did a meetup and showed that information. There are 2 patents currently held by the CEO of the company for motion capture and automated eye tracking analysis. You own the data, so there is no middleman within the process, so you can sell your data if you want to, and the consumer is empowered and protected, and you're incentivized. Obviously, you make money by selling your data. If you want to sell certain data, you can sell certain data. If you want to sell all your data, you can do that. It depends on what you have and what you need to do. And there is a growing need for your data. There's a $250 billion market right now, and that is only going to grow as more information comes out and companies want more information for you. They will be compliant with the GDPR, and they're currently in their main sale. So another piece of information that I thought was interesting, and this is just news right now, this is not confirmed, just FYI, but right now there is talks that there could be a potential acquisition from Google for Operia. So there have been some talks, some meetings that have been made. The CEO did just visit the Google headquarters, and there has been some talks about potential buying of the actual Operia platform. If they did this, they could be going up against the likes of their competitors for data information. And as we know, Google is a very big fan of data acquisition. So this is obviously just hearsay at this point. Just thought this was interesting. It has been going around the past week or so. So definitely check it out. Don't jump into it. So what do I think about PDATA? Well, I think working platform plus. Good team plus. Starting to get some good market recognition from places like NASDAQ plus. Industry that it's in. Data acquisition. $250 billion. That's a big plus in my mind. Some of the things that concern me. The roadmap I think needs to be given some more information. But other than that, I think they have a solid product. Obviously, do your own research. It's not financial advice. I just think that some things need to be looked at, reviewed, and talks about other companies buying other companies out always needs to be researched. It's not something you should always jump into. I am not one to jump into news like that myself. I just thought it was really interesting since I've had this on the books and that news came out in between when I planned on writing this up. So that was interesting, and I'm very happy to have waited this long to be able to give that news to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification for more videos, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks again for watching.